For centuries, people have been fascinated by the ancient civilization of the Incas. Archaeologists, explorers, treasure hunters have searched the Amazon jungles and Andes mountains for their lost cities and precious artifacts. And now, we would join those eager adventurers as we travel to Peru in search of Ollantaytambo, the golden pin of Machu Picchu. Our story began with a recent visit to an antique store. There, we purchased an old stereoscope with a box of picture cards. Several of these were from Machu Picchu, and on the back of one was a handwritten note and some pictographs. Curious, I began to research these and found they reference an ancient Incan artifact, more myth than reality really, but a pin of pure gold. The message on the card seemed to be a clue to its location, so we decided to set out on an adventure. We began our journey on a plane heading south of the equator to Peru and to Cusco, the Incan capital. In our possession was an ancient map that would guide us to the lost city. We would visit several Incan sites along the way, hoping to learn more about the Ollantaytambo. Our first stop was Sacsayhuaman, a citadel on the northern outskirts of the city of Cusco, constructed of giant stones meticulously carved in place so that no mortar was required. There was a large plaza capable of holding thousands of people, designed for communal ceremonial activities. We entered a cave, which legend said connected to a tunnel that led to the heart of the Incan capital. From here we would travel to the city of Pisac, known for its ruins and large marketplace. The market was what we were after for provisions, food, water, and of course, souvenirs to bring home to our kids. Provisions in hand, we continued west towards the salt mines of Maras. Very little is known about these pre-Incan salt ponds, but when the Inca gained control of the territory, they began overseeing production. To this day, the production of salt remains exactly as it was 500 years ago. We sampled some of the natural salt water because, well, everyone else was. We then continued our journey to the ruins of Moray. This site is believed to have been a research facility for the Incas to experiment with and cultivate different crops. The depth, design, and orientation of the terraces creates slightly different climates from top to bottom. Our next stop was Ollantaytambo, but we would have to travel by raft on the Ollantaytambo River. Having found no clues yet to the artifact we sought, I suggested we continue that way. Initially the river was calm as we passed Incan ruins along the way, but further on, after passing a bridge, the waters became troubled. Our guides were able to help us navigate the white waters safely and get us to shore at our destination, Ollantaytambo. During the Inca Empire, this site was the royal estate of Emperor Pachacuti, who conquered the region and built a town and a ceremonial center in the 15th century. Once again, we marveled at the precision stone cutting and placement. The final leg of our journey required us to book passage on a train, which seemed crazy, but turned out to be rather peaceful. It took us along the river valley to the base of Machu Picchu. Arriving at the station, we took some time to explore the small town. Asking around, we found out we had two options for getting to the top of the mountain in Machu Picchu. We could walk or take the bus. We opted for the bus to take us up the long and winding road to the top. Long and winding and narrow. Long, winding, narrow, but with great views of the sheer drop to the bottom. Arriving at the top, we gathered our party and met our guide who would take us into Machu Picchu. He led us to the Inca Trail, part of a vast network of roads and trails that connected the Incan Empire. Climbing a set of steps, we got our first glimpse of the lost city. Our view from above was familiar, one we'd seen in pictures countless times, but pictures could not capture the overwhelming feeling seeing the city while standing high on a mountain in the Andes. We surveyed the city and wondered where the artifact we sought might be. Since the Incas didn't have any written language, we don't have any record of what the site might have been used for. There are many theories, but most people believe that Machu Picchu was a private city for Incan royalty. Archaeologists believe the Incas lived in Machu Picchu for about 80 years before it was mysteriously abandoned. I photographed while Marshall consulted with our guides. The cryptic information we had took us to a stone altar. Beneath a stone altar, our guides found a scroll, and we looked to see what it might tell us, hoping it would give us the hiding place of the Kore Tupu. Written in Bingham's own hand were the directions to where he had hidden the artifact over a century ago. Those directions led us to a large room with many alcoves. We split up and searched the room, and there we found a part of the wall with slightly different stones. We removed those, and there it was, Kore Tupu, the golden pin of Machu Picchu. The craftsmanship was remarkable. We did not recognize the pictograph, but it looked vaguely familiar. We had traveled far, across high mountains, low valleys, and wide rivers. We had seen the wonders of the Incan civilization, and we had found the golden pin of Machu Picchu. This adventure was complete, and we knew our next one lies somewhere out there.